tonight, you will probably experience it again. That strange feeling that your life should be moving faster. That quiet frustration when you see other people making progress while you seem trapped in the same place. And the most dangerous part? You may not even realize what is actually keeping you stuck. Most people believe they are stuck because they lack talent. Others blame bad luck. Some blame their circumstances. But the psychology behind feeling stuck is far more surprising. Your brain is designed to protect you, not transform you. And sometimes, the very system built to keep you safe becomes the reason you never grow. Think about the last time you wanted to change something important. Maybe you wanted to study more consistently. Maybe you wanted to exercise. Maybe you wanted to start a project, learn a skill, or finally take action on a goal that has been sitting in your mind for months. You felt motivated. You imagined a better future. You promised yourself that this time would be different. Then something happened. Days passed. The excitement faded. And somehow you returned to the same routines. Why? Most people think they failed because they are lazy. But here's the strange part. Your brain often interprets change as a threat. Not because the change is dangerous, because the change is unfamiliar. Your brain loves predictability. It loves routines. It loves certainty, even when those routines are making you unhappy. This is where things get interesting. Psychologists call this the status quo bias, the tendency to prefer things as they already are, even when a better option exists, even when improvement is possible, even when staying the same is causing pain. Your brain sees the known path as safer than the unknown path. That means staying stuck can actually feel more comfortable than growing. And that creates a hidden trap. You begin waiting to feel ready. You wait for confidence. You wait for motivation. You wait for certainty. But confidence rarely arrives before action. It usually arrives after action. Most people never notice this. The people who seem confident are often just people who moved before they felt ready. They acted while still feeling uncertain. They took the first step while their brain was still full of doubts. And over time, their confidence grew. But the real problem is deeper than that. Every day, you repeat the same behaviors. Your identity becomes stronger. Your brain starts collecting evidence. Evidence that says, this is who you are. If you procrastinate daily, your brain starts believing you are a procrastinator. If you avoid challenges, your brain starts believing you are someone who avoids challenges. If you constantly quit, your brain starts building the story that quitting is part of your personality. The shocking truth is that many people are not trapped by reality. They are trapped by the story they keep telling themselves. And stories are powerful, because your brain works hard to stay consistent with the identity it believes. This idea connects closely with research discussed by psychologist Carol Dweck. People who believe their abilities can grow often take more action. People who believe their abilities are fixed often avoid challenges. One mindset creates movement. The other creates stagnation. Question: how many opportunities have been lost because you believed something about yourself that was never actually true? How many times have you said, that's just how I am? Almost nobody realizes this. Every time you say those words, you reinforce the prison. You strengthen the identity that keeps you stuck. But there is good news. If identity can trap you, identity can also free you. The process begins with a small shift. Instead of asking, how do I achieve this goal? Ask, who is the type of person that achieves this goal? The difference seems small, but it changes everything. Because goals focus on outcomes. Identity focuses on becoming. A student who studies once is performing an action. A student who sees themselves as a disciplined learner is building an identity. And identities are far more powerful than motivation. This is why tiny actions matter. Not because they produce immediate results, because they provide evidence. Evidence that supports a new story. A single workout may not transform your body, A single study session may not transform your grades. A single productive day may not transform your future. But each one casts a vote for the person you are becoming. And eventually the votes add up. What happens next changes everything. The feeling of being stuck starts to disappear. Not because your circumstances suddenly change, because you change. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop waiting for confidence. You become someone who acts first and grows later. Remember the feeling from the beginning? That frustration that your life should be moving faster. That feeling is not proof that you are failing. It may be proof that part of you knows you are capable of more. The question is whether you will listen. So here is your challenge. Before going to sleep tonight, write down one sentence. I am the type of person who blank. Fill in the blank with the person you want to become. Then prove it tomorrow with one small action. Not a perfect action, not a huge action. One small action. Because your future is not built in a single dramatic moment. It is built through the identity you reinforce every day. And the person you become next year depends on the story you choose to believe starting now.